In this particular, I will discuss about exception handling in Python. So what are errors? So error is abnormal condition when it occurs, execution of the programming is stopped. So what are the different type of errors we are encountering? Like we have 0 by 0 error or 1 divided by 0. So all these are nothing but the errors. This will cause the execution of the program to be stopped. So the term error refers to describe any issue that arises unexpectedly that causes the computer to not function properly. So when an error happens, the computer will not function properly. So computer can encounter either a software error or it can be a hardware error. So whenever a hardware error happens, the computer will stop, and when a software error happens, the computer may malfunction. So what are the different type of errors we're having? We have a syntax error, we have a semantic error, we have a runtime error, logical errors. So what are syntax error? Syntax error refers to the formal rules governing the construction of the valid statement in the language. So whenever you make any mistake in the code, like you miss semicolon or you miss a brace, all these are causing the syntax error that can be determined at the time of the compile time. Okay. So syntax error occurs when the rules of the programming languages are misused, when the grammatical rule of the languages are violated. So what happens here, the semicolon is missing and the brackets are missing. So these are causing some error. Okay. So this is called as a syntax error. So what are the semantics error occurs when the statements are not meaningful. So here semantic refers to a set of the rules which give the meaning of the statements. So these are set of the rules which give the meaning of the statement. For example, the Rama plays guitar. So this is one of the statements. So this is semantically correct, and but when you say guitar plays Rama, so it becomes syntactically it is correct, but syntax is correct. So here syntactically it is becoming semantically it is becoming incorrect, but the syntax is correct. Okay. So the same thing where x into y is equal to z. So suppose say if you say x is equal to y into z is valid, but if you say like this, it becomes a invalid. Okay. The runtime errors occurs during the execution of the program. It is caused because of some illegal operation taking place. So what happens, 0 by 0 or 1 divided by 0, all these are causing the runtime errors that are detected at the time of the runtime. So compile time you don't get any errors. Okay. Only at the runtime you are going to get the errors. So what are the examples? If you try to open the file which does not exist, so that can be an error. So if you try to divide a number by 0, that causes the runtime errors. Logical errors means if you have any error in the logic, everything is correct but the logic is wrong. So that time it causes some undesirable output. You don't get any required output, undesired output. So which causes the program to produce incorrect or undesired output. So for example, you have a control equal to 1. So 1 is less than 10 is true. So the print statement is executed, but control is not getting incremented. So here we are not incrementing the control. So this causes the infinite loop actually. Infinite loop. So these are nothing but the logical errors. Exception. So these exceptions are nothing but the runtime errors. And these are syntactically correct, and it may cause the error when the attempt is made to execute it. So errors detected during the executions are called exceptions. So whatever errors you are hitting during the executions are called as the exceptions. So here the example here what you have seen is like 1 divided by 0 is exception, and it is a 0 division error. Here it's a name error because spam itself is not defined. Here we are concatenating the string with the integer, so that also causing the type error. Okay. What are how to handle the exceptions? So it is possible to write the program that handle the selected exceptions. Look at the example that I had given. The user asks the user for input until the valid integer has been entered, but allows the user to interrupt the program. So here the example is given here. So if you enter some input, like if you enter 21, so it is a valid. If you enter ABC, it's invalid. Okay. So what happens when some ABC is entered? It is going to cause the value error. So what is that? It is invalid. There was no valid number. Try again. So again, it is going to come like that. Okay. So whenever whatever statements are generating the errors, we are putting it in a try block. So we try to put those statements that are able to generate the error. When user is entering something invalid, automatically it will cause the error. So that will be handled by the except block. Except, what is the name of the exception that we are going to handle? So that is the except block here. The try block will generate the error and except block will be executed. If there is no any error, if it is a valid input, then the no except block will be executed. So except block will be skipped, and whatever statements are there below the try, so those statements will be executed. So this is the same thing is been given here. And here there is a one more statement, like 1 divided by 0 is going to cause the error. It's an invalid. Automatically, whenever there is an error, except block will be executed and print something bad happened. So it is going to print something bad happened. So the program is not going to be stopped. It will continue because we have handled the error. Okay. Raise statement. You can raise an exception in your own program by using the raise exception. So we can have a raised exception. Raising an exception breaks the current code execution, returns the exception back until it is handled. Okay. So here high is given. So it is invalid. You want to raise the error because you want only integers to be given. If it is not an integer, then you want to raise the type error only. What is the message that you want to display? Only integers are allowed. So like this, you want to raise the error. You want to generate your own exception. Then you can make use of this raise keyword. Okay. So this is what I have discussed in this video. If you like this video, subscribe to this particular channel. Thanks for watching.